Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor out here at the lakeside. Big Jim, you looking dandy? Hey, this is 2023 20-foot Vista 20 Sun Chaser smokercraft pontoon. These are kind of neat boats. It's got a swing tongue on it, 2-inch ball with the flat flip. I like those. 5-way on the wiring on the trailer. That means you got brakes, the discs. Nice, looks like powder coated trailer. Maybe not powder coated. Looked like it there for a sec. But anyway, you know me. Well, people know me anyway. I like the water rough and I like to go fast. But I tell you, these pontoons are really kind of nice. I took one for a drive up there at Florence up to Mapleton a few years back. And I've seen buildings I never seen before, because these will only go so fast, but it's so nice and relaxing. You got a swim platform, you can take your Sea-Doos, you can tie them and drag them behind you, and then you can go ride them out in the middle of a lake, and then you use this just to sit and have a nice lunch out of, have kids jumping off, they can swim, make sure you shut the motor off, of course. You got a sun top, bimini top that goes up, covers probably, I'd say from right here to about right here. And it looks like it has a playpen cover that covers this for storage. Big tubes. And another nice thing with the pontoon boat really is you can do it yourself. You don't need anybody. These are one of the easiest boats to load and unload. Your bunks actually V up on the tubes, both sides. So once you get that bow or the front of the tubes into this back section, you drive it up. You can't get it crooked unless you submerge the trailer, but it comes up here on these bumpers, it stops, you look at they're even, boom, get out the ladder, hook it up, climb back there, open up that gate, go out the side gate onto the dock, get up and drive away. I mean, it's super easy to do it by yourself, even in the wind. Docking lights, front entry, again, off and on, really easy. Side entry. They really kind of spruced them up. I like that space age look on that console. You got a deck light, cup holders everywhere, nice floor. I think they give a lifetime on those, actually. I could be wrong. Mag wheels, disc brakes. You got a nice little platform back here, so if you did want to get out here, you could open up that. But just make sure the motors are turned off. You can jump out and you got your ladder. Built-in fuel tank. I just put in 10 gallons of Supreme. I'm gonna have to fire this up so I can get this thing primed. I'll show you how to do that. 10 to 1, I wonder if they put gas in here, which I bet you they didn't. And they're supposed to fill those things up. So then when I come out here to add gas, I can just give it a few pumps and we're good to go. But we'll see. There's your trim button. 13 by 13 aluminum, right hand rotation, and 90 horse. Now back to this is if you had a live well, they put a pump back here so you can suck up water into your fish box. This doesn't have that, but 90 horse is basically like the old 100 horse. So in theory on these boats, these ain't meant to do 40 miles an hour. They can't. You need to get a tri-tune, with 3 tubes. And even then, it helps out about 10-15 miles an hour, but these are meant to enjoy, not for speed racing. But you could, in theory, on this 20, you could run an inline 70 horse, probably be about a 24-28 mile an hour boat. I'm going to figure this with a 90 on it. Where the 90 comes in is if you load it up with a lot of people, it's that out of the hole shot that you're going to gain between the 70 and the 90. So it's better off just stick with a 90. That way you're just loping it when you're just cruising. Ladder, you got Garmin. Looks like GPS sonar. Yep, yeah, flush mount inside. Nice boat. So now we're going to get up inside. Cleats, docking lights. Again, makes it nice. You can just climb up here. Open up the gate, come on in. That's storage up there. Your top's up into here. You have to lift and pull. There's your storage cover. Lift up, push back, go down. Cup holders, light, push in on. Same thing, storage, speakers. Get my pop, you can sit up there, put that right there. Tilt wheel, stereo, hit that, turns on. Here's your apps, Bluetooth, volume, channel, settings, favorites. See, there we go. You want it off, just turn that. Courtesy lights are them blue lights up underneath, which is nice. Resets right here. Nav light, docking lights are up front, which I tried those out earlier and they worked. Pump, that's if you had that live well pump. Horn, flush mount. Trim gauge all the way up, which it is. Fuel gauge, let's see, turn that on. Yes, half tank of gas, so probably a 22 gallon tank. Tachometer, and these will stick. See how that popped down? So that's the last that this thing was kind of ready to be revved up real quick to check everything at the shop. You got your volts, you got your speed. So I'll try that out when we're there. Your control box, you want to push this in. If you want to put, and then push this up to put it in neutral, not that you would need it, that's your trim. You need your safety lanyard, you got your USB ports, everything's going that way, and the C cables. This doesn't have that, but that has to be in, and it won't start because if you unplug that and you go to start this, and it just, and it doesn't start. But now another thing, that means this ain't plugged in. And another thing, if you do that, you turn this key, if that's not plugged in, it's gonna go here, but also it's gonna do a beep. Then you know right then, it's my safety lanyard, put it in, start it up. Now you got storage up underneath here. Yep. Storage. I think the battery was over here, and that's storage, more storage, cup holders, and rear entry door. And the nice top with a boot. All right, I'm gonna take it to the water, see what this bad boy will do. Put my little notebook right over there. And it's not a bad day. The wind is gonna kick up a little bit, but not bad. Boat Doctor out.